So we just got to Target. We're just grabbing a couple things for dinner. We're making something super yummy. I'm so excited about this. If you guys know us, then you know what it is. But yeah, like I said, we're just grabbing a couple things and we're gonna head home and start on dinner. So let's eat together. You guys, I'm so excited. Look what I found. I've been on a mission to find cute little cookie cutters because I want to make some holiday cookies. These are just a couple of them. There's more that fell down here. This bow. And this little candy cane. Ah, I'm so excited. I feel like every vlog, the second vlog we're at Target, but I feel like we're just always at Target. But Target is like the best place ever. It's like it has everything. So it's like a one-stop shop. Yeah. So how long have we even been here for? Probably like an hour now. We said it's 6 o'clock. We said we wanted to be out of here by 6 o'clock. So we're right on schedule. We're about to go check out, and then we'll catch you guys at home, and we'll do a little cooking segment. I know you guys love those. So yeah, you have to stay tuned to see what. Oh, did you ever tell them what we're making? No, I didn't tell them what we're making. Okay, well you guys have to stay tuned to see what we're gonna make. Alright guys, so we just got home and we're making pizza. So we're just gonna be following this recipe. What's the first step? Okay y'all, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover for the whole portion of us cooking because we suck at this and we kind of didn't explain what we were doing. So that's what I'm here for, and I'm going to just go step by step with you guys and explain everything that we're doing. So before we start, I'm just going to say that we doubled this recipe. We're making 2 pizzas that make 8 slices each. So kind of just go by that if you want to do the same. If not, I'll list the exact recipe for just 1 pizza that we used down below in the description box. But anyways, right now we're doing 2 cups of coconut flour. You could use any kind of grain-free, gluten-free flour. The recipe actually called for chickpea flour, but we couldn't find that at Target, so we just opted out and went for coconut flour. But yeah, you could use things like almond flour or chickpea flour or other grain-free flours. But now I'm going in with some cornstarch, and I'm doing 2 cups of this as well. And cornstarch is just going to give the dough a good consistency and kind of have it all stick together and be like more of a thick consistency. And now we are going in with baking soda. Okay, so the recipe calls for a ½ teaspoon of baking powder. And I highly recommend, if you guys have baking powder or if you need to get baking powder for this recipe. Don't use baking soda because I feel like it kind of messed up our dough a little bit, but it worked out in the end. But yeah, I recommend baking powder. And then now we are going in with about, how much salt? Okay, so we're going in with 1 teaspoon of Himalayan pink sea salt. And we're just whisking it all together. And that's it for the dry ingredients. So before we add in the wet ingredients to the dough, you just want to warm up the milk that you're going to be using. So you can use any kind of milk for this. Again, you can use almond milk, coconut milk, rice milk, or even like whole dairy milk. And you want to use a whole cup of milk for this. We actually had to add in a little bit more. Like I said, I feel like our dough was kind of messed up by like the whole baking soda, baking powder issue. So again, definitely use baking powder. And if you have to, add in a little bit more of other ingredients, that's fine. Just kind of get it to a good dough consistency if you can. But yeah, now I'm cracking my fingers like an animal. Please stop. That's gross. Please stop. Please stop. Thank you. Okay. So now we're just putting a hot pot on the stove, and we're going to be adding in our tomato puree to make our tomato sauce for the pizza. So you want to do 1 cup of tomato puree. We kind of added in a little bit more later on because it just wasn't enough sauce for us, and we love a good saucy pizza, but that's totally up to you. But if you want to go strictly by the recipe, it's 1 cup of that. And then after that, we're just going to be adding in all of our seasonings like oregano, garlic powder, basil, salt, and pepper. Those are all the ingredients that you're going to need for the tomato sauce. So kind of just have those ready. So I think we're starting off with the oregano first. And you guys, please, oh my god, I'm cringing watching this. Like, why am I such an idiot? I could have easily just opened up the freaking container and just scooped it out. Like, what am I doing? Oh my god, please stop me. Please stop. I'm seriously cringing watching this. But anyways, we ended up just adding a whole bunch more anyways because, you know, we just love that extra seasoning. Yeah. So next, I think we're going to go in with the garlic powder. Yep, garlic powder. So you want to also do half a teaspoon of this. I don't know if I mentioned it, but all these ingredients for the tomato sauce are going to be half a teaspoon. So yeah, half a teaspoon of the garlic powder, and we didn't add any extra of that because we're not really big garlic people. So yeah, we just went strictly by the recipe. And now, see, I'm a little bit smarter now, see? Okay, so half a teaspoon of the basil, and I think we added extra of that too, yep. Adding extra of that as well because, you know, we love a good seasoning. And then I think the last thing is just salt and pepper. And I mean, you could go by the recipe, but honestly, you just eyeball it, like add as much as you want. It's just salt and pepper, but yeah, so we kind of just eyeballed it as you can see. We add salt and pepper to honestly everything, so yeah, we're just doing that. And then I'm literally a maniac with the freaking salt shaker. Like, why am I being such an animal in this video? Like, I am crazy, but yeah, that's enough of that. So I think the tomato sauce is done now, and I'm just mixing it all together, and I'm gonna let that sit on the stove until it comes to a little bit of a boil. And that's it for the tomato sauce. It's really simple, really easy, not many ingredients, but it tastes really good and really flavorful. So now that the almond milk is warmed up, I'm just slowly adding that in. Mona's adding that in while I'm mixing it. And yeah, you kind of want to do it this way so it's not just like, you know, it kind of forms that dough consistency. And then you have to add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And again, we had to add in more almond milk than the recipe called for, and I blame this on the baking soda because it just really screwed us up. It might have been the coconut flour too, but I think it was the baking soda. Anyways, ended up working out fine in the end, but yeah, seriously guys, get the baking powder, do not use baking soda. Don't make that mistake. But yeah, so I'm just adding in the oil as you can see, and then I think we're going to be going into a little bit of a closer look. So yeah, so now I'm just going to mix it all with my hands. As you can see, the tomato sauce has come to a boil, so that's done, and I'm just mixing up the dough. And it doesn't look too much like dough consistency right now, but it gets better because, like I said, we had to add more almond milk and just kind of fix it a little bit before we put it into our pans. And I guess we'll just go into the after and how it all turned out. Okay, you guys, this is our finished product. Look at how yummy this looks. Grain-free, gluten-free goodness. We got a little salad over here too. Okay guys, so that's about it for today's vlog. If you guys want to know exactly how we made it, if you didn't catch some of the things, I'll list the entire recipe in the description box. And we hope you guys like this kind of video. Let us know, like or leave a comment if you did. We get a lot of positive feedback on our Instagram when we do this type of thing. Follow us on Instagram, by the way, at The Dainty Duo. And yeah, so we hope you guys liked it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for another vlog. Bye. Bye. She says bye. Bye.